Welcome to another episode of Weld.com. We've been working with the Rebel 285. We did an unboxing and we showed processes on the gas metal arc welding or the constant voltage side. We've also showed the constant current and stick welding side. Today we want to put up the TIG torch. I want to configure it in a couple of different ways. Foot pedal and touch start. Both of them are touch start actually, but one of them with amperage control, one of them without. So we want to do a root pass in a 3/8 plate. Want to turn the amperage up to like 160, 180, somewhere up in there, and throw some fill passes in. Want to go down on some 22 gauge and get low on the amperage and look for arc stability features. So let's hook this torch up. First thing I want to check here is just functionality of the basic torch. Hooked directly into the machine, no amperage control. Have a contactor button. I'm going to have to I'm going to run a couple of beads on this piece of stainless here just to run beads. I have to touch the tungsten onto the material, depress this button, initiate the arc. I have to hold it down all the time while I'm welding. When I let off, it'll taper back at the end. I have it set at 160 amps right now just to run a bead. Everything works. I want to hook the foot pedal up so I have some amperage control. I want to do a root pass in some beveled 3/8 plate, 1/8 inch filler wire so I can kind of test. We'll probably leave it at 160 amps, but I want to set this up a little different with the foot pedal. Okay, I put a little bit of I tacked up some 3/8 plate, standard 5/32 gap in it at least, loose for this 1/8 inch wire. One thing I want to point out, I have the foot control hooked up right here. With this particular machine, it's a little different, I've noticed. You actually have to touch the tungsten onto the material and then depress the foot pedal and then rock the tungsten away to initiate the arc. I know there's some other machines that I've used that you can depress the foot pedal and then do this and rock it into the material and it starts up. This machine will not do that. However, it starts every time. The gas is immediately on, so no big deal. It's just a little something different to get used to. So I'm going to touch the material with the tungsten, then depress the foot pedal. That was a really smooth start. I changed to a number 8 cup. I want to throw some fill passes in after this root just to kind of go higher in amperage. I just want to walk some passes in here. I'll probably do 2 fill passes just so I can kind of get the feel of something in a little higher amperage. This should be a full 200 amps here. Again, just walking some fill passes in here to get the feel of how the arc is going to react. Maximum capacity of the machine should be 285, although I know that I wouldn't want to put 285 on this tungsten. Smooth. I'm already thinking about pipe procedures and anything else. A little different torch style. It's got a flex ball right down here, so something to get used to, but smooth arc, impressive arc. So there's your 3/8 plate, some heavy stuff up to 200 amps. I think we ought to break this up and go low. We ought to get some 22 gauge, some sheet metal or something, do an outside corner with no filler. Just something really, really light. See what the arc is like on the real low end. Hey, I've got some really thin material here, and kind of reminds me of something off of a rod can or something. I don't know who cut it, kind of bent, whatnot, and I'm trying to get these seams, this outside corner here, so I can go real low on the amperage. I did do a test bead at about 50 amps. I think I laid a bead inside of a bead on about 50 amps, 40 amps on that piece of stainless. This one I've got turned down to like 20 amps, and I'm trying to work this outside corner. Started out with the magnet just to kind of get them going. And you know, you guys that work with sheet metal and stuff like that, any little bit of gap and it won't tack together. I've got all this tacked, and then right here it just kind of blew out. Anyway, I want to run a little bit of a bead here on just real low amperage. I switched to 1/16 consumables, number 5 cup, E3 tungsten. Let's give this a ride and see what happens. I'm probably going to just hang on to it up here like this, real light, like a pencil, so I can get through here and make a little bit of a run. 20 amps. I turned my gas down to like 12 CFH. I think if I did this all the time, I'd probably change my, I'd probably somehow do some kind of a cheater. I can see it, but it's really, really low. It's a very small arc. Okay, so to recap, we have, we put a root pass in some 3/8 beveled plate. And then we went and did some fill passes at 160, 180 amps, something on the high range. Came back, turned it way down, about 20, and did outside corner joint on some 22 gauge material. And you know, not to sound like a salesman, but gee whiz, this thing has nice arc, good stable arc on the low end, high end delivered. So, also this torch got cool design, ergonomic control, got the ball and socket back here for flexibility. So, you know, to recap, we've been showing all the processes and everything that this machine will do. All of them so far to me have done them extremely well. Again, I'm not trying to sound like a salesman or anything, but cool machine, versatile, multi-process, get a lot of stuff done. We've also got features inside. We've shown hot start on stick, arc force. I believe we have some other things in the menus that we can show as well. Hope you found this educational. Please subscribe to our channel. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram as well. Thanks for watching Weld.com.